Thank you for staying with the Hello Chambers. Now, my guest today is an honorable member of the House of Representatives of Edo State, and he is Honorable Billy Osawaru. It's good to have you in our studio this morning.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Well, let's speak to the recent developments in the House or in the National Assembly. I see the lawmakers have passed a vote of confidence on Tantita Security Service Nigeria Limited and the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, and also security agencies for helping restore the nation's oil production. But what measurable benchmarks, and I'm talking in terms of verified data and stakeholder assurances, can you base this vote of confidence on?
Thank you very much. I think, first of all, we had those stakeholders present, and all the security agencies, they were present. And I think we listened to their own reports, their speeches. They presented us with data and statistics. And Tantita itself, came up with a PowerPoint presentation and also gave us data from 2020, to 2026. And we saw a lot of benefits, that have come on board as a result of Tantita's partnership with the federal government and NNPCL right now. Again, if you look at the amount of investment Tantita, have brought into the industry, you will agree with me that they've done a whole lot in the area of technology, most especially. We just found out that Tantita is actually one single company, in the continent of Africa that is actually deploying most drones in their operations, and the way they carry out their own operations as well. So we saw all those things, and looking at some of those data, for example, from 2020, where Nigeria was actually producing about 1.8 barrels a day, and it started coming down even as 2023, 24, down to about 1.4. But today, because of Tantita's engagement, we saw that as of today, we are able to produce about 1.84 barrels a day. And that promise is there that it's going to get better. So again, with this kind of records and the relative peace, we have enjoyed as a country in that part of the country, the Niger Delta. At least before now, how it used to be. But today, Tantita as a company has been able to engage a lot of these youths. And I think it's a good thing for the country. And we as the National Assembly, we felt, looking at the way the country is right now with the insecurity, situation, we don't think this is a good time to start experimenting, when it comes to this pipeline surveillance and all that. So we just felt at this moment, let this partnership continue. And if it's working for the country, I don't see any reason why we're going to change it right now. But however, that doesn't mean Tantita should not also engage other stakeholders that are interested, in the industry. But some of those challenges that were presented to us as National Assembly by some other stakeholders, we took them into consideration. Unfortunately, none of these complainants showed up. So in that case, it becomes so difficult for us as Parliament, to want to stop Tantita from their good operations at this moment. So again, looking at all those things they are doing or they've been doing and what they are still willing to do, on behalf of this country, we just felt it would be good. If it's not broken, why fix it?
Also, isn't this endorsement a bit premature, given that Nigeria still struggles to consistently meet up with OPEC production quotas?
Well, I don't think so. Just like I said before, if it's not broken, why fix it? As long as we have enough information, to show to us that there are benefits engaging Tantita, all we need to do is actually consolidate on, their position right now, especially from this area of investment, capacity building. Areas we feel they are falling short we can always work with them to see that they improve in those areas, especially when you talk about carrying other stakeholders along. But to just say decentralization at this moment, decentralization is actually going to come with a whole lot of other challenges. And I don't think the country is ready for that right now, because if we are able to, actually determine at this point that the country as at 2020, before Tantita was engaged, and now the country is having about 1.84 million barrels a day, then it can only get better. So what they need at this moment is encouragement. So maybe when you say about just an endorsement, it doesn't mean if things are not going well tomorrow, on the part of Tantita, the parliament will not call them to order. Of course we will, that is our job. But for right now, I think they are doing good and they should be encouraged.
But Tantita is a private security firm, and we have the Nigerian Navy. So why is it that, a private security firm is at the center of protecting a critical national asset? Where does this leave the Nigerian Navy?
Well, the truth is, I think it's a partnership. Tantita has never said they are doing this all by themselves. At least they've given credit to all the other security agencies, not just only Navy. There are the police is there as well, and other security outfits. They all have their own roles to play in all of this. But when you now talk about, this is a good example of a public-private partnership that is really working, as far as I'm concerned, because this is not just only something that's peculiar to Nigeria as a country. Even in the developed society, we have private security outfits, that they engage to carry out these jobs, because these are